Hi, this video is part of a series we're doing on remote learning, so be sure to see those as well for more on this topic. And a reminder, this video is not a tutorial, just a brief look at some best practices. But if you're an Empower user, you can always go to your question mark button, find out lots more about all the topics we're going to talk about in this video. If you're not an Empower user yet and you want to know more, just watch for our contact info at the end of this video. Check us out on our website. We'd love to hear from you. Today we're talking about managing student work. This presupposes that you've built your instruction into Empower's playlist tool. We covered that previously in this series, so keep that in mind. You want to start out with a great playlist. That work that you've done on your side, that all reflects on the student home pages when they log in. They see their pace change as you give scores. They see your playlist items appear in their next up section. They can browse and interact with your playlists that you've assigned. They get alerts in their class log when you assign stuff or give feedback, etc. You can dive deep into these tools in our knowledge base. There's a great article called Student and Parent Portal Annotated. It labels everything that's on the student side of things, and it explains every element in more detail in the article. Let's look at the life cycle of an activity. You assign something. The learner sees it on their homepage and clicks it. There they find your instructions and can interact with the resources and turn in work digitally. After that, on your side, you get an alert that something is ready to score. So you score it, maybe in Empower's inbox tool. Back on the student side, they get an alert that you've reviewed or commented or scored or whatever you did. They could then move on to the next assignment if appropriate, or make suggested corrections and turn it back in, etc. Next, I want to show you a few things in the evidence gradebook to watch for common questions that we get, namely how to spot gaps and how to deal with those gaps, missing work, things like that. A blank in your gradebook means nothing. No info has been entered here. What does that mean? Well, to quote King Lear, nothing will come of nothing. There is no evidence here, so there's no alert to parents that work is missing. This does not affect any calculations in the system. It's nothing. If you want to send an alert to parents and students that something is missing, you would mark this space with an M. If you don't have an M in your scoring toolbar, someone with admin rights at your district can add it from the standards editor. If you need any help with that or anything else, of course, get in touch with our support team. We're happy to help. OVD here means overdue. The due date has passed. Still, this won't change any calculations. You still might want to put an M here to call attention to it, but we still have an absence of evidence. Finally, an A, this means that the student is not assigned. They're unassigned from this activity, and we don't expect to see anything in this cell. Another great way to see missing work is in your reporting tab. Go to the progress report printer. Here you'll find a list of reports. Look for the Educate Assignment report. You can filter this report to show missing work, overdue work, etc. And you can get a pretty full picture of every kiddo and what their gaps are, potentially even beyond your class. Moving on, I want to show you the control panel. This is in the lower left corner of every activity and every quiz. If you open it up, you find a place where you can adjust a lot of things about this activity, like due dates. You can lock or unlock access. You can assign or unassign the activity. You can even give scores from here. So those are a few good ideas to help you manage your student work. You can learn a lot more right from Empower, again, digging into that question mark button, searching through our articles and video tutorials. Remember to check out the other videos in this series and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date on the latest in CBE and Empower.